Hey guys, welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Bit of an interesting one, bit of one that I didn't think I'd be making today. I guess it's a good and a bad video, so we talk about later around about Ivan Toney and Spurs' interest in there. But more importantly, hope you're having a good Monday, that's for sure, okay? Not going to be a long one. I still have another video I'm going to come out with a little bit later. It's a bit of a striker based day from here into the next video, so you're going to want to stick around for that one as well. But let's talk Ivan Toney. And now, backstory before we jump into this story: Spurs have had interest, so has Arsenal, so has Chelsea. Chelsea. Look, England international, scored a lot of goals last year. Obviously, did have the betting ban, but that ban is obviously coming up to an end. I mean, we're pretty much November now. He is back within the next few months, actually. So, yes, he's had time off, but he's not been injured in that time. He's not had a big, like a Bentancur style injury. So, it's probably more of a refresher to his body. He's probably feeling itching to get out there. So, yes, we've had interest, but also we are in a spot with being Spurs fans that we know we don't spend big money. When we do, it hasn't always worked. We know who we're talking about. Sometimes it has worked. We also know who we're talking about. But when it comes to the new Ange system, the new data-driven, work that we're going to be doing coming through January transfer window onwards, we know that a big move probably isn't going to happen. But this comes from Fijes, okay, who put out that Arsenal and Tottenham want England striker Ivan Toney, but are not willing to meet Brentford's £61 million asking price. So I was thinking about this one because I wanted to take time before doing the video. A part of me isn't shocked. You missed that amount of time. Yeah, you're in the middle of your prime, but it's not like you're 24, 25. A part of me also realises that's he's had a little bit of time in the Prem. He has done it in the Prem for Brentford. What would I guess that look like in a team like an Arsenal or Spurs that create volumes of opportunity? And I think looking at Spurs recently, we could tell that putting balls into the box hasn't always worked because let's be frank, and I think Sonny will probably understand this. We've not exactly got the most lethal of men in the air as our striker at the moment. So it would offer you a different option up front completely. Now, there's nothing to say Alejo Veliz isn't a big physical guy who can win headers. It's not to say that, but he is a raw, unknown commodity. You have a Prem-proven striker. And English, we know Daniel Levy likes his English guys. It helps with marketing. It helps with building the club's profile that you've got England strikers. We had it with Harry Kane. But 61 million, it's a lot of money. That's probably going to be, our January budget completely? Now, we know Ivan Toney's obviously got new representatives and new agents. And so that normally leads into a big money situation. I think most people can understand. Toney is going to be moving on from Brentford. But £61 million for him. And again, like I said, I was umming and ahhing, I was thinking about it. I was weighing up pros and cons. Pros, Prem proven, scores lots of goals, good on penalties, good in the air, wins a lot of fouls, very physical guy, quite athletic for a big guy as well. I'm rattling off loads of great things there. You're sitting there going, yeah, I'll have that, yeah, I'll have that, and yeah, I'll have that, right? But we're also talking about a guy who has missed a lot of time. It's going to take him a little while to get going probably again. And I'll hands up and say if he absolutely comes in and scores, 10 and 6, then yeah, fair enough. I look like an absolute mug. I'm not going to be upset about that. I would be if he was an Arsenal player, I guess. If he's Brentford, okay, I don't mind as much. But normally these things, you've got to knock off the rush. You've got to get going. You've got to take time to get up to match fitness again. I think Spurs are going to be looking elsewhere. I do. I don't see Spurs spending that amount of money on a striker, personally, when they are getting that kind of production already from a striker. Strikers are hard to come by. They're one of the hardest, that and keeper, the two hardest positions to actually have someone in there to really give you the production that you need. If you want to be a top-class team, you need a good keeper and you need a good striker. We've seen it. If you've not got either, you struggle. I think Spurs go a different route. I think Spurs go a route of spending 20, 30 million on a striker, 21, 22 years old, building them up, taking time to coach and putting a lot of sort of TLC into that situation. Then you've got your next guy for the next 5, 6, 7 years. And I think that's the way they go. I don't think they're going to look at, late 20s, big money move. You're going to give you 4, maybe 5 years, and then you need to repeat the process probably in about 2 or 3 years, because obviously they're going to be getting in there in age. And that's what I'm thinking. I do see him moving. I do see Arsenal, Chelsea really going for him. I probably see Chelsea being the hottest ones on that, purely because they really need a striker. Chelsea, of all things, just need a striker. If they had a guy that was scoring 20 goals a season, they wouldn't be finishing 12th. Not at all. They'd be finishing in the top 6, 7. And that's with, an underperforming cast of the last little while. If you had a guy that's scoring 20 odd goals a season, you'd probably find actually that he wins you or draws you games where you've drawn or lost. And actually, there you go. Now, instead of, finishing on 42 points, you're finishing on 55, 60 points. And that's just on one guy alone. He would then improve the rest of the team. And I think, I know they're linked to Victor Osimhen, but when you're needing 150 million spent on him, I don't see Chelsea doing that. I really don't. But I do see them spending 6 million on Ivan Toney because they know what they're going to get there. So yeah, I don't see it happening with Spurs personally. Obviously, I could be proven very much wrong, and look, we've got a lot of time now till here. From here to January, things can change so much. But I don't see this one happening purely for the price tag value. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. Hope you did enjoy it. Just a little quick one, little round Ivan Toney. I haven't spoken about him a lot recently. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Hit me in the comment section below. Would you want Ivan Toney, and would you spend 60 million on him to bring him in? I'm interested to see what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. I'll see you all very soon. Take care, guys.